Whoa! Things are turning into a mess. But then again, maybe now is a good chance to ask them to leave?
You're right. Gang, you're dismissed. I need to be alone for a while.
Yes, boss!
We meet again. Are you the one who helped settle everything down here?
Misha, are you acquainted with this gray friend of mine?
He's an esteemed guest whom I befriended recently. I told you about him before. Does it ring a bell?
Oh, it's him!
Anyway, thanks a lot. If you hadn't gotten here in time, I would have been in a real mess.
Thank you. I'm surprised we get to see each other again so soon. About all the commotion just now, I heard a bunch of masked fools were causing a ruckus on the streets. I happened to be passing through, got stopped for questioning, and there were some misunderstandings along the way. Anyway, I owe you another one.
Is this lady your friend too?
Well, we've only met each other once before, but he is a kind soul for helping me at the hotel. It's my pleasure to meet you, beautiful lady.
Beautiful lady?
By the way, what did you do to that man earlier? It was like someone took him on an emotional roller coaster.
I was wondering about that too. What happened back there exactly?
What are you talking about? It wasn't talk therapy. It was clockwork.
I don't think it's that simple.
Could it have something to do with that, clocky that only you can see?
Clocky?
Yes, that cartoon character. I think he's shown up in reality. I mean, in the dreamscape. I don't really know how a cartoon character could show up around here. But according to our friend here, only honest people with childlike innocence can see him.
It seems like I'm too old to qualify for that. If Clocky really exists, that can explain a lot of things.
Huh. Can you see me too?
I can feel the presence of something inexplicable next to you. But it's a shame that I can't communicate with him like you can. We can both perceive these extraordinary things in the dream, probably due to our ability to react to memoria. But you're more attuned to it than I am. I thought your heightened perception was caused by something the elegant memo keeper might have left in your mind. Now it seems to me there are many more special beings like her in this dream. Shortly after we parted ways, I felt someone's spying eyes on me. I looked in the mirror and spotted a lady wearing a black veil. We had a deep conversation, but I won't bore you with the details. It's a shame that I forgot to ask her for her name. I only know that she's from the Garden of Recollection.
Garden of Recollection? Is that the group that serves the Eon of Remembrance?
Exactly. They traverse freely between different worlds as mimetic entities and are only visible to certain people. Doesn't she sound very much like that Clocky you saw? After all, it is a grand event held by the family. The guest list could be a lot longer than we imagine. Once again, thank you for being kind to me. I wish you a great time in the dream, and I shall not interrupt your date?
No, we're not on a date. She's gone. Well, shall we?
I'll let you get back to your beeswax. Thanks, my gray friend.
I really appreciate your help. The Nameless are indeed a bunch of talented people. May our paths cross again.
May our paths cross again. Tick-tock.
Please come with me. I hope that you won't be distracted by some invisible friend again.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad, make your dreams a blast.
Here's the Penacony news. Once again, another moment of peace has passed golden hour by. And that concludes the news.
Sorry. I'm afraid we need to take the pinball machine to reach this place.
Is that all?
You go first, and I'll be right behind you.
Enjoy Clockie's pizza. Every stick of the clock is a tasty one.
Her secret stronghold is a cafe?
Here. Here we are. This is the place. No, it isn't. This is. Yes, it's right inside. Let me show you how to do it. It's going to be very dark at first, so you'll have to stay close to me.
Ugh.
Hey, let me ask you something. Is following girls around like a lost puppy your way of getting their attention? You've been doing this for nearly half a system hour.
To be more precise, it's been 45 minutes. Time sure flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Spare me. Beautiful eyes, though. Are you from Sigonia?
Need another hint? I'm an Avgen.
My eyes might not be as pretty as yours, but there's no problem with my vision. You Sigonians are notorious throughout the entire universe. Liars, thieves, social manipulators, wolves in sheep's clothing. You're really living up to the reputation. I say, you belong to the space under the manhole cover, not in a dream. There's one right over there. Off you go.
I'll pass. The gloomy shade of a place like that just wouldn't go with my vibe. Dreamville is frivolous, vain, and flashy, and that suits me just fine. Also, it never rains here. My outfit is too expensive to be exposed to the elements.
Cut it out and go home, you slick talker. We are fools, but we aren't stupid. We aren't interested in playing the friend game with the lapdogs of the IPC.
Really? You've never been friends with anyone from the IPC?
Do you think I know nothing about the history of Penacony? Don't drag me into your banal office politics!
Fool, you've been left with no choice since the moment you accepted the invitation to be here. You better pick a side while you have the chance. Or else you'll end up losing everything.
You sound very sure of yourself. Looks like you've already convinced that chicken wing boy from the family. How did you do it, little peacock? Did you strip yourself naked, apologize to him on your knees, and promise that the IPC would never harm Penacony? Friends? Oh, please. You guys only treat others as your bargaining chips.
Oh, what's wrong with chips? In any gamble, the only players that will never be on the losing side are the chips. My friends from the Garden of Recollection and the Astral Express are all smart enough to understand that.
But the smarter ones wouldn't have joined the game in the first place. See? I'm smarter. Listen, little peacock. You've been invited by the tavern before, too. If you want the masked fools to get on board, you need to figure out what it is the laughter wants. Here's a hint for you. Since you can't convince anyone, why don't you befriend a mute? At least a mute won't be able to refute your arguments. So long.
Thanks. I'll keep your advice in mind. What a pain in the neck. I guess I'll have to meet with the family again.
Here.
Is that all?
We're almost there.
Grab a bottle of so glad, make your dreams a blast.
I'd better stay close to Firefly.
Dreams are supposed to be confusing.
Look! This place is breathtaking, isn't it? Guests aren't allowed here, so we have to be careful not to get caught. Don't worry, this place isn't dangerous, just, think of this as the border of Golden Hour. The family is still building and remodeling the dreamscape beyond here. My secret stronghold is in this area. Let's sneak inside.
Guests aren't supposed to be here.
Excuse me, there's a construction site ahead. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed in.
Drat! We're caught right away. Could you, please make an exception? We're not gonna cause any trouble.
Not a chance. Our boss made it clear that only the Dreamweavers are allowed here.
He won't budge.
Who? Never heard of him. I wouldn't let you in even if the Dream Master were here. None of your tricks are going to work. Please do yourself and me a favor and go home.
Seems like he won't give in. Let me think of another way.
Perhaps Clocky's clockwork trick can come in handy? This doesn't count as malicious intent, right?
None of your tricks are going to work. Please do yourself and me a favor and go home.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Unauthorized personnel are not allowed at the construction site. Ugh! Do you two really want to stay here and test my patience? You're gonna regret it. Don't try talking back to me! I deal with punks like you all the time. You fear for nothing just because you're young and energetic. You idle away your time every day, going around, stirring up trouble. You contribute nothing to society. Let me help you spoiled brats learn the hard way. Go, Sweet Dreams Troop! Teach them a lesson!
Rules are made to be broken!
Yeah!
This is our chance.
A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless.
It came together as one.
Let's go.
Darn it! I can't believe I've lost! Is this the power of youth?
If I'd had that power back then, would we have ended up differently, Mia? All right. You can go in. As the winner here, you deserve it.
Seems like he's taking this winning and losing thing a little too seriously. Well, at least we finally get to go through. Never imagined that's how we'd end up getting past the guard. That trick of Clocky's really is amazing.
Infallible.
Just a scratch.
The strength. The heavens surge. Rise!
This is our chance.
Follow my charge. Hear this thunder!
I see through you.
The consequences are mine to bear.
The path ends here. For the rest of the way, we need to borrow the Dreamweaver's tools. What happens next is going to blow your mind.
Different points in space are linked together?
Now we can go to the other side. This is how the Nightingale family repairs the dreamscape. Fascinating, isn't it? We can use the building materials that are floating around in the air. It's like stepping on planks, floating on water. Let's go that way.
infallible.
Water heeds the cloud's song.
Time for... Show no mercy.
The times are changed. The heavens surge. Break!
Let's go.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
I see through you.
The consequences are mine to bear.
We can get to the rooftop of the opposite building from here, but it requires a device. I remember it's hidden here.